critical pick here. The Yao coming through for
strategy and try to limit it so that
Enemy
you have
minions
red.
will arrive in 5 seconds.
Game, or is it going to be more of like a
All forces, move out!
control and kind of take things, again?
I think that's all we can really hope for, right? Because these are the first 2 times that these teams are going to clash together within the open series. And what a fiery fight I'm expecting from both of these guys, because they've proved themselves yesterday that they can do it. They can go a solid 2-0 against their competition. But Ganamo here having a lot of pressure into the mid lane.
Yeah, a lot of pressure already. And something to take note of, Bobnid takes the smite. So he's got the double smite on that team, something you do need to be careful about. But it looks like NRX right now will just kind of play things safe. Stock standard, 2 in the middle, just kind of get to that level 2 as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think with the double smite, right, it kind of dictates on how Bobned's going to actually use it. We've seen it either to be used to steal these neutral objectives like the Tyrant and the Overlord, or it's to kind of put the enemy jungle in its place to give it a pit stop to be able to take those camps a little bit quicker, take a bit of the resources from your enemy jungle, which can be a great way to disrupt the tempo of a already ahead team.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to steal one of the buffs from Olim, it's just going to slow him down quite a bit, and that's kind of what you want. Olimski's looking to farm. He's not looking. He doesn't really, invade too often. Obviously, he'll do it with certain timings and ensuring that the team is there. But generally speaking, he wants to farm as much as possible and then get some sort of items, and then he starts to kind of create all this havoc with those mirror domains. But again, I think Major Pride, there's a lot more. They tend to be a pretty decent early game team.
Yeah, as long as they get the early game lead right, they're pretty much solid. They don't take the foot off the gas like we saw some of the teams yesterday. They are able to sort of get ahead, and then they kind of get a little bit overconfident with themselves. And after that point, you kind of see that that's going to be deciding this is depending on which one of these farm lanes can actually secure that gold, secure that lead, right? Because ultimately, the R lane needs the resources, same as the Lung. If either one of these are behind ever so slightly, it really shows into the team fights.
Okay, it looks like Kinesis going in for this one, just zoning Quasari away. So Kinesis doing a great job of that. But again, okay, Arlie and Loon, we know they both need farm. But who do you give the edge to in just a one-on-one lane?
One-on-one lane, I'd say, Byron, right? We know that Byron can take any kind of clash lane, any kind of day, anytime, anywhere, especially in the early game. It'd have to take a very skilled Mayim player, maybe like Liz. I don't want to be giving over too much bias, but I think that could still come out on top is the Byron, because we have the aggression, he has the level 5, he has the experience, right?
Oh, he does. And here's the mirror domain. Liz actually has to flash to safety. He dodges out of that mirror domain. He's going to stay alive. But again, the flash was committed.
Yep, we see that Attic's a little bit too slow to the response there. We saw the Major Pride jungle was up there. There's a little bit of a invade onto the side of the Crimson Golem for NRX. They are in there. Liam Poe trying to drive them away.
Yeah, trying to drive him away. The Infinite Vastness gets him out of there. Quasari is going to be safe, but the Umbrella Outburst does actually connect onto Kinesis. So they're doing some damage. He's trying to just get away. He does Stampede over the wall. He's going to just try to stay alive, but Ryu very low as well. He's going to be killed, and it looks like Olimski is making plays, gets first blood, but Red does go down in the end as well.
Yeah, nice trade overall for both of these teams, but I loved how Olimski came from the backline, right?
Yeah, that's what we wanted, right? He's gonna make plays. You gotta understand where Olimski is at all times, because he's gonna do that, and he does it at a moment's notice, right?
Yeah, doesn't give you much notice. He pretty much kicks down your door, demanding some of your resources, and then that's it. It's pretty much a good night, Irene. But here we are. The neutral objectives are up. We're seeing that NRX are really running down that Tyrant, able to claim it very quickly, not giving Major Pride a chance to go into it. And from yesterday, we know that those Tyrants are the MO of Major Pride.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, again, we talked about Bobnid and Atix, both of them having that smite, and both of them timed it perfectly so that they ensure that they get it. Olim was kind of nearby, could have potentially gone for the steal, but again, with a double smite, no real chance. So NRX just doing very, very smart things, sticking together and being very well coordinated.
Yeah, Major Pride already ahead with the gold ever so slightly. Nothing to kind of write home about just yet. Bobned maybe getting stuck out here. There's a little bit of an engage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. And Quasari is starting to, just hurt you right? And Kinesis has to play a little bit safe. It's a glass cannon, does need to be careful because Ryu's hiding in the bushes as well. So I don't think that they're going to commit here, especially since the creep waves will push, but Ryu will show in the end.
Yeah, I think that's a detriment to Ryu, right? But it's also at the pros of going for the Princess Frost. Because of the Princess Frost being a utility mage, you know that a lot of those resources in those mid lanes are going to go over to the Yao, go over to somebody that needs those resources on the side of NRX. So for Ryu to sit in the bush is not going to be a detriment to his playstyle, because you know the winter is coming is the main mechanic for that hero.
Yeah, it's going to do a ton of damage, but they need to be a little bit careful. Atix gets to safety, and they're just going to hide under that tower and just kind of slow things down a bit. It's 5 minutes and 40 seconds already, and it's just only 1-1, but the net worth is neck and neck again. No team wants to make a mistake at this point.
Yeah, because as soon as they make a mistake, right, that's pretty much going to be the point where the scales tip into the favor of either of these teams. Bobned being used here for a little bit of scare, a little bit of intel for the side of next Ruya, but not a lot really going on just in terms of fights.
Yeah, Bobnet and Kashi, both roamers, just doing next to no damage to each other. I would say it's like a tryst in the forest, a better love story than Twilight, because they're just kind of bashing on each other. Not really much going on in that. But that said, it looks like they're just kind of scouting things out. They want to protect their jungle, and Kashi's been doing a good job of just providing a lot of vision.
Yeah, I just want to pick up there. I don't know many love stories that takes a few bastions, right? I don't know how many people that like beat each other saying, I love you, but here we go. There's some love being given onto the gorge.
Oh, Ryu's already been killed, and that's going to be a huge win for them already. And MP right now, they're trying to go, but Unbridled Outburst from Bobnet is kind of scouting them out. He's going to be killed as well, and it looks like the Byron's doing some work. Shisui is just on point, and now they're chasing. Atix is running for his life. The Ride the Wind pushing him away, but now he's going to be focused, and Shisui is just taking them all down. He's got a double kill.
Yes, the clash lanes coming through once more. A little bit of a telltale from the American regions. We saw some fantastic clash lane players that debuted onto the Gorge within that tournament. But hey, Shizuki is there. He's claiming fame for that clash role lane.
Yeah, and he's doing quite well. I mean, look at him. He's level 10, only behind Alimsky right now in terms of the level 11. Atix, we know that the other enemy jungler was going to be a level 11 as well. So both of them doing quite well in that sense, but he has 3 kills. So Shisui, almost tops in terms of net worth. He's really helping this team, kind of propel themselves into a great mid game here.
Yeah, you can kind of tell by his itemization, right, that he's going for the armor penetration just to make sure that he's able to take down the likes of the Zhong Fei, because once that Unbridled Outrage comes through, it's kind of troublesome for the team, right? But Shizuki was able to navigate that whole interaction down towards the side of the Azure Golem absolutely perfectly. He was kind of like an assassin, but with a huge axe.
It helps to have a great weapon like that and just to kind of take them all down. But now MP waiting in the bushes. They end up finding him. They've got the mirror domain. They're going to look to focus in this one, but the Bridal Outburst is just barely keeping him alive. He somehow survived a Tix, and now Kashi has to flash over the wall. He's trying to run to safety, but he's being chased out by Bobnid. He's going to be let go. But again, that was a huge clash. Somehow nobody died.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, no, Liz died, to be honest, because of that Tremor Smash absolutely keeping the side of NRX, which was a huge play there from Kashi Bartir, was able just to keep the other side of NRX away whilst they tried to go for the Mayin. It looks like NRX want a bit of blood.
Yeah, they wanted the blood, and I mean, it's, 5 kills going the way of Major Pride. They've kind of, gotten some decent pickoffs. That net worth lead is about 3K right now, but they do want this tower. It's being chipped away. It's being very, very low, so they're trying to take this one out. Again, a huge strategic element, taking that mid T1 away from them.
Yeah, for those new watching in the chat as well, that mid T1 is very important, especially with the competitive, and we kind of get a little bit of a beating from the bush there onto the Crimson Golem. Shizuki was going to try and take it for himself because, hey, what's a Byron with more damage? A deadlier hero. But we look over to the side of that gold lead, and it is slowly slipping away from the side of NRX.
Yeah, it's slowly slipping away. They need to figure things out in terms of how to get there, but they need to run to safety. Liz does need to stay alive. He does so. He's going to be fine. But again, NR have had a hard time finding that farm. Major Pride right now just like invading the enemy jungle, contesting everything. So it's very difficult for next Ruya to find any sort of gold at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the itemization over to the side of MP, right? You have Axe of Torments coming through left, right, and center. You have the magical pen boots coming through as well. And then you can kind of just see the Jing just constantly just building itemization just to enhance that basic attack with the likes of the Master Sword, which is pretty huge, especially it's going to negate the effect of the Zhang Fei, which is going to be the biggest obstacle on the side for Major Pride.
Yeah, but it looks like the Tyrant is going to be started. Something they need to be careful about. Atix is getting a little bit low, but Red has already been killed, and it looks like they want to go for more. But then the Tremor Smash is on point, but he dies. He actually went way too far ahead. 3 members down from MP. They're on the run. G-Sui just trying to stay alive. Olimsky will back off as well, but it looks like NR found the fight that they wanted with all 5 members somehow surviving, and it looks like they're going to push the T1 mid.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that MP are trying to force these minions away, but okay, some more plays.
Oh, Mirror Domain, but what is he doing? They're trying to fight 2 versus 3, and G-Sui was not there. The force field suppression just keeping him alive, and he's just like, okay, hey, I'm going to join my brothers in the afterlife, apparently.
Yeah, that Tremor Smash from the Liempo didn't quite hit the same as it did when they took out the Mayin earlier on in this game, but that's really put NRX into a place where they can comfortably say, hey, we've still got this game won, right? We've just taken the T1 into the farm lane. We almost have that T1 in the mid lane. They've just got to try and have a few more of those great fights, those brawls that go into the favor of the side of NRX. They've really got to bait that Tremor Smash, right? That's really what ultimately set that whole thing up nicely for NRX.
Yeah, and it's looking like it's going to be 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. I mean, you know, an uppercut for uppercut, jab for jab at this point, because both of them neck and neck. Net worth is tied. You know, the kills are almost negligible. Yes, it's a slight advantage of NR, but it's all about the net worth. Taking this T1 down would be huge for NR, who have kind of found a little of that momentum, and now they've been aggressive. Atix on the run. They do need to be careful. Kinesis gets back to safety, but look at them. They're just chasing after them. They do not care. NR realize that, hey, we have a slight advantage. Let's be aggressive and take advantage of this lead.
Yeah, just look how Liz is kind of trying to stop the Shizuki to get into that backline, right? Kind of just dancing around between the 2 brushes there, like, hey, I'm going to body block you no matter how you try and get in here. Yes, you have your flash. Yes, you have your dash, but I'm still going to try and take the odds and double kick you out of this team fight and keep my team alive. But here we go, a little bit more of a brawl as the minion waves come through to the T2.
Yeah, a little bit here. They'll be quickly dealt with. Oh, but Alim gets picked off in the bottom lane, and it looks like Atix has actually gotten that kill, and that's going to be a huge win. This is a window of opportunity. 30 seconds down for Olimsky. Oh, make that more with Kinesis going down as well. And oh my gosh, NR finding all of the gaps, and they're really starting to feel it.
Yep, they've definitely found the pressure point, right? They've found where the armor is cracking. They've got both thumbs pushing through to that armor to make it crack. And unfortunately for the side of Major Pride, it could be too much.
Oh, Atix is he's been like amazing on this Yao, finding the pickoffs, getting everything, and he's actually starting to carry this team. And you're seeing just, you know, the benefit that he brings to this one, completely catching people out, getting almost 1 for 1. He's winning all of these duels. Atix has been really playing well.
Yeah, really well. I mean, the Lung as well, you can kind of see here that Crozier is able to keep up with the Ali ahead almost by 700 gold difference, which isn't huge within those lanes, but still going to mean that you are ahead with itemization. As you can see there, he's got the Eternity Blade, he's got the Master Sword, he has the Axe of Torment, and especially with the squishy sides of Major Pride,
Oh, the Unbridled Outburst is going to be on point. They've already gotten Red, and they've got the Mirror Domain just trying to stay alive, but they did get Liz, so they got something, but they're diving deep. The winner is here, and it looks like Quasari gone way too deep, not able to use his Infinite Vastness to safety, and it looks like they're 2 members down from NR. Not the greatest fight for them.
Yeah, clearly the Satnav on the Dragon needs a little bit of a firmware update. He got a little bit too lost in the source, right, Hauler?
Yeah, a little too aggressive as well. Just not great for this one. And look at these dips and dives. This is fun if you're on a roller coaster, but not fun if you're an MP or an NR fan, because this is going to be, you know, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster throughout.
I don't know. I'm no spring chicken hauler, but those big peaks, I don't think that'd be fun roller coaster anyway for anybody, right? That would literally give me whiplash. So definitely don't give me roller coasters with those kind of peaks, but definitely give me goal leads with those.
Yes, yes. And I think, I mean, the gold leads are fun. It's definitely great to see both of these teams really going at it. But, I mean, with NR with a slight advantage with 2K, they need to be careful here. This is going to be a huge fight. Unbridled Outburst is going to be committed. Oh, they've been pushed back with the auto store, but it looks like Kinesis is dead. And they want to go for more. They've got the double kill. Kashi's down as well. And Bob is chasing them out. The Ferali form leaping forward with this mad slaughter, trying to do some damage. Oh, but the Flaming Palm, he has so much damage. Quasari, he's starting to pick them off with 3 members down. They're looking to end this game. Oh.
Yeah, you can kind of see Kinesis build the Sun Chaser towards the end of this match, but I feel like it's a little bit too late here. They could win this part for game 1.
Yeah, they can, and it's all off of the back of Quasari. Tix had provided so much space for Quasari to get going, but they don't have minions. That's the only small reprieve that Major Pride have right now. That slows them down. Shisui will push them back, but again, no minions, you're not able to end the game right now.
Yeah, it just shows a testament to how well that Major Pride actually do play this game, right? They always give attention to those lanes. They always make sure that there is no sort of foreshadowing of a minion wave to come through, but Shizuki...
Oh, Shizuki. Oh, he's been chased away. Winner is here, is going to be committed, but it's just going to cover their retreat. They're going to get back. They really didn't have enough, but now it looks like they're going to start the Tyrant. Major Pride looking to just maybe potentially steal this right here, just right under their noses.
Dark Tyrant.
Yeah, NRX, I mean, Zhongfei is there, but they aren't able to get that crucial kill theft, thankfully, for the side of Major Pride. That really puts another step into their stride. They have minion waves coming down into mid lane, and they need to kind of relieve this pressure before taking any fights.
Yeah, I think that next Ruya kind of botched that one. They probably should not have given up that Tyrant. Bobnid was the only one there. He was potentially going for the smite, but just not enough, especially against the Olimsky, who's level 15 at this point, and is starting to do a lot of damage. So they need to be careful. Again, you know, a small edge to NR, but again, I feel like it's negligible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, a huge, some sort of outlook here onto the side of Major Pride. There is definitely some sort of jealousy with this Zhongfei, right? You can kind of see from the Jing building the Axe of Torment as well as a Starbreaker. That's plus twice your armor penetration, but is it going to do anything in this team fight?
Oh, he's going to be rezzed. He's going to be back for life, too. Tix is so low. They've got Kinesis, Kashi, and a Limb, and they're just, like, lining them up. They're chasing them down, ride the wind, pushing them back, getting the double kill. Quasari is forcing it down. He's going to go with infinite fastness, and he wants to dive. He's not going to let you run away, and he's going to look to go for this. The tower is taking some, or doing some damage, but all they need to do is wait for that minion wave, and it looks like it's going to be the end. All Red can do is watch. Winter is here, and he says, let it go, let it go, let it go, because it's pushing him away. They're going to take down the base, and it looks like NR will take game 1.
Yeah, it definitely looked more like a nuclear winter.